Call a meeting of the Board of Estimate, March 27th, to order. Roll call is myself present, Council President Rodriguez present, and Alderman Massey absent. Approval of minutes of the 3/13/25 meeting. Motion
Motion.
by Rodriguez, a second. All in favor? Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Item 3.1, authorization to approve the 2026 Stop DWI grant funding. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Rodriguez. Chief, anything we need to know about it?
This is the normal stuff that comes through every quarter, so
Okay,
a little bit more than in the past, $6,210.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 3.2, authorization to approve the contracts to secure the county fire safety trailer for the National Night Out Against Crime and Kids' Day celebration events this summer. Motion by
Motion.
Rodriguez, seconded by myself, self-explanatory. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 3.3, authorization to accept a donation from the Middletown Business Improvement District for the purchase of a new license plate reader for the Middletown Police Department, and accept a $4,000 donation from the Downtown Middletown Business Improvement District.
Motion.
Motion by Rodriguez, seconded by myself. Thank you to the bid district. Ms. Bruni, could you pass that along to them? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 3.4, authorization to approve a debt service fund balance transfer to cover the city portion of the water system improvements Phase 2. From debt service fund balance, capital hookup water fees, or capital hookup fees water, to water system improvements Phase 1 and 2, $700,000 for Mr. Tawil to cover the city's match for the project. Motion by myself,
Second.
second by Rodriguez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 3.5, authorization to approve and adopt the abandoned property unclaimed fund policy per the New York State abandoned property law. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Rodriguez. Leonora?
This is a policy that is set by the state for essentially, just to simplify it, any payroll checks that we issue or any vendor checks that we issue that are still dated past a year old.
Okay.
We are required by the state to report it to the state and turn it over to the state to unclaimed funds. So we received 2 self-audit claim checklists this year, just to make sure we are in compliance. There is a penalty in association if we are not in compliance with the state. This is something that Mr. Smith drafted on behalf of the city.
Is there a lot of unclaimed funds?
We don't have any.
Okay. But we're going to get a fine from the state?
We would get a fine from the state if we did.
If we did, okay.
And we have confidence that Mr. Smith's resolution is what we need?
Yes, he triple-checked this regulation.
Okay, so the motion was
You.
by me and seconded by Rodriguez. Any further questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 3.6, authorization to transfer funds for the courthouse project of treasurer to transfer $999,977.50 from infield development project canceled to courthouse. And this is a temporary borrowing originally for the infill development project to the courthouse renovation. This will be reimbursed by Senator Skoufis's grant. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Rodriguez. Any further comments or questions or clarifications? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Item 3.7, request for an increase in part-time police officer hourly rate, changing the rate from $25 to $32 an hour in an effort to be more competitive with neighboring departments. The change will have no impact on our budget for 2025. Motion by
I'll make a motion.
Rodriguez. I'll second the motion. Any questions of the chief? I think it's self-explanatory.
Chief, quick question. Is it 30,000 or 35,000 per year part-timers can make? If they're,
If I'm not mistaken, it's 35,000 as of right now, to my knowledge. And there's also our limitations of the 1,040.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 3.8, authorizing agreement with Harry Rotolo and Sons for alarm system monitoring for city buildings. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Rodriguez. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 3.9, authorization to transfer from general fund balance to cover needed vehicle replacement within the DPW fleet. 2 Dodge Durangos at $39,767.80 each. Will replace a 2011 Tahoe and a vacant code vehicle. I guess the vacant code vehicle doesn't have a name.
Or year.
Or a year, yeah. And then it's also the Ram White, is that a truck?
Yes, 1,500. Ram 1,500.
Didn't Walter have a truck?
Yeah.
That's not what he told me downstairs. He told me he was buying 3 vehicles for inspectors.
3 Durangos he asked for. Now he's asking for 2 and 1.
2 and 1. So. Where is he? Can you see if Jacob's around?
Want to table it?
Well, I don't mind passing the 2 Durangos, because that's what he told me, but I don't know where this,
Probably for the building inspector.
yeah, but the building inspector Walter just got a new truck a couple of years ago.
2017, he got one.
But he doesn't say what's happening with that truck or anything.
Giving it to the lot crew. He'll move the truck to the lot crew.
Well, it's not what he told me downstairs.
I thought it was coming out of his other money.
No, it's,
That was coming out of the fund balance?
fund balance. Mr. Tawil, when we met downstairs, you said that you needed 3 vehicles for your inspectors.
Yes,
You said that Durangos,
yes.
and now all of a sudden we have 2 Durangos and a pickup truck for the building inspector.
Yes,
What changed?
nothing.
Nothing? 3 Durangos to 2 Durangos and a,
No, we said 2 Durangos and 1 pickup truck.
I didn't hear you say
This
pickup
memo
truck.
was written earlier today. It's not
So what are you trying to buy here?
2 Durangos and 1 pickup.
You said
Why?
3 Durangos.
No, 2, I'm saying, what I'm saying.
You
is
said
what
it was
I'm
for
saying.
the inspectors,
Yes.
So what's wrong with the building inspector's truck?
It's 2017. We need a pickup truck for the lot crew.
My car is 2015.
So we're going to pass the 2017 for the lot crew so they can have a vehicle to use. We don't have a vehicle for them now.
And also, you have, you identify the one vehicle as being a Tahoe that's being replaced, and the other vehicle is a vacant code vehicle. Which vehicle is that?
Vacant, that means there's nobody driving it, right? There's nobody right now, which is basically
Is that a Chevy or,
vacant. It means there is nothing. There's no car. It means there is no car.
how are you replacing a
Not
no car?
replacing a car right now. We're buying a car for something that does not exist. We're not replacing anything. Okay, so
So we're adding a car to the fleet then?
yes,
So
we
it's
have-
not that you, but I thought you represented downstairs that you were replacing
keep
vehicles.
referring to downstairs.
Yes, in the conversation that we had prior to the meeting,
Right.
you said you were replacing vehicles, that you
Right.
needed to replace
Well,
vehicles.
replace, yes, and
Replace
provide-
means there's a vehicle there.
This one
And you're
there
going to
is-
take that out of service and put a new one in. It
This
seems to me
one-
like you're adding a vehicle.
Okay, this one, there is no replacement, yes. We're having one to replace the Tahoe, the 2011, and we have the pickup truck, and then we'll have a vacant position that does not have a car, which is Walter Walsh's position.
Walter
that
Welch,
Sixto,
Walter Welch had a pickup truck,
yes,
2017.
which is Sixto is using, 2000, exactly. Now
But
you're
what's
get-
wrong with the truck? I don't
now you're
understand.
catching on, Your Honor.
Yeah, what's
We
wrong,
need-
what's wrong with it?
We need 2017 pickup truck. There's nothing wrong with it. It's an older vehicle. We want to get, let me finish, please.
Yes.
You want to give it, or you want to reclaim your time?
No, no, I just want to know why, this
Okay.
is March, and why at budget time, we didn't know that you needed a 2017 truck replaced.
We had money left over in our budget 2024. So we wanted to use that money. In the meantime, by the time we got all the numbers, we passed the time and the money was transferred from 2004, our leftover budget, to in 2004, it went into the fund balance, and that's why we're requesting it, okay? When we saw we have money left over, we started doing the
You
work.
understand that a surplus at the end of the year doesn't mean that we have to appropriate it to the next year
You
for
don't
you.
have to do anything. We don't have,
Correct,
we can give them
correct.
bicycles to drive to go to the job site.
Well,
There's
no,
no-
they have a vehicle, and that was
No.
the reason is,
Vehicles are costing us an arm and a leg right now. And Mr. Tom Burr, he was down there today, and he told you how much it's costing us and how often they break. It's not-
I didn't know
it's
he was
not-
in charge of vehicles.
It's not a productive thing to keep an old vehicle on the road, like.
Well, I don't know if
Council
8
President
years
will
is an
let
old
you.
vehicle, but,
Every 10 years, you should change your vehicles.
okay, so we got 3 more years on the building inspector's truck.
I
No,
need a
no,
new
we're
car.
not throwing it
You
out.
just said 10 years.
Missing, okay.
Car.
Let me
What?
try
New
again.
car, mine's 2015.
Let me try again. The pickup truck is not being thrown out, the 2017. We need a pickup truck for our lot crew. The lot crew.
What did
that
we do
can-
last year for lot crew?
We just managed to mix and match and patch until, we have many vehicles that are dying, they're dead, they're sitting in the in the recycle yard. That's true. Listen, you don't want to do it, don't do it. It's just, we don't have to, whatever we gotta do, we gotta do. We'll continue to do what we have to do.
So the 121, is that from leftover money from your budget of last year?
What's 121?
121,000?
Yes, yes, no, it's no longer there, because the money we have hundreds of thousands of dollars that were left over in our budget that we shifted. Leonora shifts them over into the fund balance after a certain date.
So my
Okay.
question was, is the $121,000 like coming from one of your budgets?
Yes,
No.
yes, from payroll, yes.
Payroll?
Yeah, leftover payroll, yes. You can go investigate it, and you know what? Don't do any, you know what? Cancel DPW budget if that makes you feel better. Cancel it. See how you
It's
make
just
out.
silly season.
It's,
Silly season.
no, you see how you make out.
I just don't understand why you would have had this in your budget request, then we could have analyzed it and,
So we don't have to do it tonight. That's why I didn't come. You don't have to do
Well,
it tonight.
if you get these cars, there'll be more inspections done?
Our code enforcement department is doing a fantastic job that it sets an example for statewide about their productivity, about quality of life in the city. All you have to do, get up and go drive around and see quality of life in the city before, compared to what it was 20 years ago or 15 years ago. You just go take a look at it. You can drive around and you can see for yourself. They're doing a great job.
so that means they have sufficient equipment to do their job then.
The cars are working fine then.
We'll manage, Mayor. We'll manage, whatever.
No,
you-
I just don't, I
If
just
I
don't
have to give
understand
them-
why it wasn't done at budget time. I don't accept your theory that you expected a budget surplus and that you thought that you had the right to use that surplus.
Nobody thought to have any right to do anything. I don't have any right to do anything,
That's correct.
okay?
Correct.
So we settled that. You have the right, he has the right, and these 8
But
gentlemen, elected gentlemen, you have all the
It
right.
should have
We have
been done
nothing.
at budget time was my point.
Dr. Johnson, he told me, we work for him the other night. He said, we work for him.
Dr. Johnson
He's a very-
sometimes he's correct, but.
Yes.
But budget time is when these decisions should have been made. What do you want to do?
I don't really care. If we want to give them bicycles, we give them
Well,
bicycles.
I'm willing to approve the 2 Durangos because that's what he told me he was going to approve.
You just don't want the truck?
I don't know why we need the truck.
So the lot crew.
You have not proven that to
A
me.
lot crew needs a truck. The lot crew needs a truck.
With all seriousness, lot crew needs a vehicle. We don't have a vehicle.
But you didn't answer my question. What did the lot crew do last year?
They would drive around,
Different
whatever's
stuff.
available.
Different
Any-
garbage,
anything
different
that's
garbage
for-
vehicles that they fall apart. I'm serious, Joe. I don't have the real answer for you. I'll get it for you. But we're using junk vehicles. I
What
told
they
you,
using
Tom
like
Bird.
weren't they using like a van or something?
Yeah, they're all falling apart. I mean, seriously, not all.
Well, one could
Most
argue
of-
is, why is everything falling apart then?
Nothing is. Listen, we got the best maintenance. We maintain our equipment. I put 'em- our vehicle, our equipment. I put them against any other department. You want to do an inspection like we have?
No,
this?
I'm not,
You're welcome to come and inspect
I'm
all
done.
our
I'll make a
vehicles.
motion.
I'm not a
approve.
specialist in that area.
Well,
I just think I have a problem with going to fund balance in March for something that should have been budgeted.
It's not a fund balance. It's left over from.
No,
our
it is not. You are 100% inaccurate. Leonora, would you clarify whether this is a fund balance
It's a fund
transfer?
balance now, but how many weeks ago? 2 weeks ago?
hundreds of thousands.
2 weeks
of
ago,
dollars.
it wasn't fund balance. We wanted to do our homework and our due diligence to find leftover Durangos 2023. Before the president, he just raised the tariffs, 25, next, probably 2 weeks from now is gonna be 25%.
Wait a minute, these are two
Expensive.
Durangos that are 2023?
Yes, leftover. That's why we got this price.
That
yeah.
means they've been sitting on a lot
Yes,
for a very long time.
yeah, they weren't just manufactured. They are 23, yes. Look, you want me to look into something? Miguel, we looked at Council President, we looked into Explorer. They're slightly more money, but you have to wait for like almost a year or until the end of the year. Don't quote me exactly. Year or the end of this year to get them. They're not, these are available on the lot. Anything you need, you're gonna go and wait for a year. Order it, a year later will come
I
in.
don't think that's true because there's state bid cars all the time,
Yes.
every January. Like,
Yes, the cars are not there. You order it, everything we get on state bid or Onondaga community bid, or Onondaga county bid. Everything we get on state bid is not ours.
You were not convincing to me, but in the spirit of your, Mr. Rodriguez's plea
Yep.
to work with you, I'll go along with it if he makes a motion.
I make a motion.
Thank you.
I'll second it with a note of disappointment that it wasn't done at budget time.
It's 2025, we're buying 2023
And just a
cars.
reminder for next year,
All right.
that if you have requests, they should be in at budget time.
Mayor,
So we don't have a capital budget this year?
No.
That's-
That's my, good job.
See,
No more fund balance. It's March, just
this is not fund balance. This is
No,
leftover.
no, it is fund
fund
balance.
balance. Jesus. Gonna make me
You might give me a vote no on the resolution that I seconded. If you insist that it's not fund balance, I might vote no.
The chief keeps telling me it's not fund balance. It is fund balance.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Reluctantly, aye. Water and sewer adjustment?
Snow removal.
Oh, snow removal, okay. Request the city manager waive the 2 snow removal fines he has received via the disabled 911 firefighter stating that he has shoveled the sidewalk, and then the city of Middletown plow machine comes along. You got pictures here? Well, it does look like it was shoveled at one point, or plowed.
Oh, that's when we do it.
No, this is the, one with snow on it.
Yeah, that's,
See the pathway?
yeah.
Shovel back on.
Because he's a Vietnam vet.
Well, I don't think, the reasons are not there, as to whether, he's claiming it was shoveled one time, and then they pushed it back on, and I don't know what happened after that. Let's just do a motion table, look into it.
Is that the only one?
That's the only one. All in favor?
All right.
Motion table. Any other order of business? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.